Hey harmonizers, welcome to this video with Mustang Alfie. Here's a little bit of a transformation of him. I'm going to show you guys a bunch of the things he's been up to over the last little while, and also just kind of share some of the perks and things to consider when you're looking at Mustangs or just horses in general. So this is Mustang Alfie. He was my horse from I guess it's a year and a half ago that I brought out of the holding facilities and tamed him and got him started under saddle, and now he is my little daughter's horse. So this is little Evie. She's only 5 years old, and he is now basically her horse, and he's so amazing at taking her around. This first little video clips that you guys are going to see is him doing a trot course with her. Now you might be thinking she's kicking him really hard, but I want you to notice her legs do not actually pass the saddle, so he cannot feel her basically at all with the kicking. It's more the noise that she makes to cue him, to tell him to go. But this is one of the things that's super amazing about Mustangs in general. I found that a lot of Mustangs tend to be a little bit more on the super chill, conserve their energy, we'll call it that, side versus the go and let's keep going side. So if anything, he's slow, and it's more a question of, will he keep trotting the entire pole course, or will he need to walk in between? You be the judge. And one of the things we want to know about horses that tend to be a little bit more on the lazy, low energy side, of course you can get them fit over time, and if you're a taller rider where they can actually feel your legs and you are more in tune with your seat, they can learn to go and do halt transitions and all sorts of fancy stuff. But in general, when you have a low energy horse or human, they just kind of are that way. And the beauty of that is very easy to get walking, very safe to like go around on. He's not going to go too fast. Like, see how she flaps with her legs. And he eventually gets trotting there, but he's not crazy fast or anything like that. And so that means that these types of horses do really well for kids or beginners, people who just want to take things a little easy, maybe people who don't have the best balance or awareness of their body yet. So they make great teachers and introductory level horses to learn lots of things on. But what they aren't typically good at are being performance horses for high level things where they need to be really in tune with like fine communication. And so if you're looking for like a Grand Prix dressage horse, probably not a horse like this, where he's super chill, super relaxed, and he's not going to be super quick to do those canter halt transitions, the go, the stop. And if you think of that with people, this is just kind of funny because they had a little miscommunication as to what direction they're going. But if you think of that with people, you're going to have people in your life that are high energy people, and they're like, go, go, go. They're the type of people that they go on a trip and they've got an itinerary, like down to the detail, maybe even down to the minute. And it's like, go and plan and do this and maximize the time. And then you've got people who go on vacation and it's like, sit on the beach, do virtually nothing, maybe read a book, waddle in the waves a little bit. And that's just the type of people they are. And we're not always going to get along with everybody. And so we need to keep that in mind when we're looking for a horse. And sometimes people want to buy a horse like right away when they're just getting started with horses. But as you become more developed in your riding, the horse you want as a beginner level horse might be different in a couple years as to what the horse, once you have your balance, once you have your confidence, all of those things. For me, Alfie's like super amazing because he's so great with my kids. I can trust him for many years to come. And he's just got an excellent place here. And of course, as my kids get more talented in their riding and more balanced, I'm sure he'll be able to do more fun things. Now, this is one of the students at the farm who's a more intermediate level student that's riding Alfie and introducing him to the big blue tarp for the very first time. And of course, Alfie just walks right over it. He's not even sort of nervous. He's not even like sweating, being fast, nothing. He didn't really care at all. And a big part of that is that we use positive reinforcement. So he gets cookies for doing the good things. And so that definitely makes a difference in terms of how fast they learn these things, but also just how eager they are. But a lot of it is just in his natural personality, where he's always been pretty quick to learn obstacles and different things like that. That was his first time trotting over. He just trots right over. That's Cadbury training, and that's Bunny going there, cantering over, and then Alfie follows and goes and canters over. And this is the first time him ever seeing a tarp that big. He just goes right over, no big deal, all sorts of great. The other thing I wanted to share with you guys was a few of his treatments. He did a salt therapy treatment, which was super cool. They go on a trailer with these salt therapy lights and salt blowing into the air. He also gets some of these, they're not like chiropractor sessions, but it's a little bit of like fascia release, a little bit of adjustments, a little bit of massage. And then she uses this, I think it's called the Magna Wave on him, which is like a pulsing. It's supposed to help the mitochondria, revive the cells, help things clear and things like that. And I love to give my horses treatments every so often, either when they need it or otherwise just on maintenance at least every year. And then this is super cool. This is Alfie joining a Christmas parade. So this is taking us back a little bit now, and you get to see we had horses go to the Christmas parade. It was a evening parade, so it's all about the lights, and there's lots going on. Gives you an idea of just how many people and all the lights. You get to see all the floats lined up there. And even though we are a super small town in Pontypool, it's like 1,300 people. We had a good sized parade, lots of lights. We dressed up the horses, and that's my husband leading Evie on Alfie, and he did amazing. He was looking around at things a little bit, being like, this is interesting, this is a lot of stuff. But he did a great job of just walking along. Of course, my husband's leading her just to help make sure everything stays really safe, along with all the other horses. At the farm, I'll have a leader as well, because we've got, kids on horses. We want to keep it all really safe and positive experience for both the horses and the kids and the people that are all involved. We've got some adults and some kids involved. Young horses, that's Ryan up front with one of the young horses, little Alfie there. And this is an interesting thing. Sometimes I get accused of like, what do you mean you've got these young horses? Like, that's Alfie at his first parade, and we've got Bunny over there who's I believe 4 years old at the time, and you must sedate your horses. And it's like, no, like I definitely use sedation with my horses if they need it for health care or like different situations where we need them to be safe and not stressed for some type of care or something that they have to do, but not for a situation like this. I can guarantee you that there's no sedation involved in taking the horses to the parade. And they all just got to take it in, and they get to walk through the parade and end up finishing with relaxation. And it was really just a great experience, but a really positive one for them. Let me know what you think.
Remember to subscribe and check out harmonyhorsemanship.com for even more learning.